usually what is in the public eye, because I'm trying to understand it like a layman, Alok, okay?
Yes.
So pardon my cynicism. It's like if I see something, if I see a tangible asset in front of me जिसका रेट मुझे consistently पता चल रहा है, तो बहुत ज्यादा सिक्योर और हाई रिटर्न, मतलब रिटर्न इंश्योरिंग क्यों नहीं है, बशर्ते इसके जिसका मुझे नहीं दिख रहा है, which you अभी said. How is that possible?
This.
Okay.
Your mind.
You're saying I don't have mind.
No, I'm saying you have a mind. That's the problem. You should have no mind when you invest. बड़ा philosophical हो गया हूँ मैं. But the fact is, your mind is your worst enemy when it comes to investing. And it's not just me saying this. Every single top investment guru has acknowledged this. So I'll give you an example. I was talking to a client the other day, and he said, "यार, आप कहते रहते हो mutual fund में 10-year return is above 11-12%, but my portfolio is 6%." So I pulled out all the funds in his portfolio, and I showed it to him on Value Research, on Money Control, and all these sites. And I showed him every single fund that you're holding has given a return of 10% plus. So how come your portfolio is at 5%? It's because you did a lot of stuff. It's because when markets fell, you panicked and you exited. You stopped your SIPs. When markets went up, you booked a little profit. Then when markets went up more, you got in more, but then it fell again. So you did so many things. You fell prey to your own brain. When COVID happened and markets fell to 7,500, you thought Nifty would fall to 4,000. And so you pulled out and you sat on the fence. And then the market went up again. And then you went up right in the middle in that roller coaster. So this is what happens, Abhinav. In real estate, you can't do that. It's an illiquid and indivisible asset.
Okay.
You are stuck, and that stuck works for you. But in mutual funds, you're not stuck. It's it's visible, it's out there, it's liquid, it's tradable. The prices are declared every day. So what should work for you, works against you.
Okay, so you are saying that in order to operate a successful mutual fund, or in order to derive best benefits out of mutual fund, you have to stay long term, be consistent, and be a little patient, right? If I understand it correctly.
Not all funds require you to be patient for the long term. So this is where the fun of mutual fund comes in. I always say there is something in it for everyone. Okay, let's say you want to invest for 15 days. There is a fund there for you also. There is a liquid fund. Let's say you want to save for the next 20 years for your retirement. There is a fund for you, a very highly volatile but a high risk but high return kind of a fund. Let's say you are a semi-retired person who doesn't want to take much risk but wants to take a little bit of a risk. There is something called a conservative hybrid, which invests only 20% in stocks and 80% in bonds. There हर तरीके का mutual fund है. It's just about going to the right doctor and getting the right prescription. वरना सिर दर्द के लिए पेट दर्द की गोली ना मिल जाए आपको.
Oh, and why do you always insist on the fact that you always say this? मतलब, have you been selling mutual funds since you were a kid, or you have been saying this for quite some time now?
Yeah, I've been in the industry for 16 years, not with mutual funds, but yeah, I've rarely seen people create wealth, in the long run, from anything other than mutual funds. From LIC policies, no. From RD में या savings account में पैसा डाल के कोई अमीर तो हुआ नहीं. I have seen people who are smart, who are savvy, who stuck the course, who understood volatility, who understood risk, and I'll come back to that point, make very, very good returns, even double and triple their corpuses over the long term. I'm coming back to my point, Abhinav, on understanding risk. I think one of the
and also explain volatility along with risk.
One of the key things that differentiates a successful mutual fund investor and an unsuccessful one is an understanding of risk.
Okay.
So not all mutual funds are created equal, right? Like I said, there are some that are invest in equities and some that invest in debt, blah, blah, blah. The mistake we make, especially when we're migrating from low risk assets. Let's say I'm a first timer, मैंने जिंदगी में FD के बाहर कुछ देखा ही नहीं. I need to understand the risk, boss. I can't go in with my eyes closed. In our business, we make it a point to tell our clients who are migrating to mutual funds for the first time, the one number we tell them is the worst year return.
Worst year return.
Because that वो दूध का दूध पानी का पानी कर देता है, you know that. So there's no point telling someone, oh sir, in the last 10 years it has earned 11%, 12%. What's the point? Because that fund will fall 5%, the investor will redeem his money. Will he derive any value from it? But if I tell you, Abhinav, XYZ fund fell 65% in the 2008 crash, it will get you thinking whether that fund is right for you or not. You must understand that worst case scenario is important to know.
Okay, and what is volatility?
So volatility is a part and parcel of any financial market. Take any asset class. Take equities, take gold, take even bonds. लोग समझते हैं कि bonds बहुत ज़्यादा safe है, they don't move in price, but they also move in price. Volatility means, यार देखो, financial markets is a zero-sum game. If you are a buyer, there is a seller sitting there, correct? If you are a buyer, you think that it's going to go up in price.
Right.
But the seller thinks it's going to go down.
Go down, right. There's an equal universe which is trying to make exactly the opposite happen.
There cannot be a buyer without a seller.
Right, exactly.
If you're selling a stock, somebody's buying it, which means you think it's going to go down if you're selling it, but someone else thinks, hey, that guy's an idiot, it's actually going to go up. So this is the volatility.
Okay, fine, got it. Say for example, in a share market or in an equity market, okay, I can get out of the fund maybe अगले एक साल में, ठीक है, मैंने अपना इस साल भर बाद पैसा निकाल लिया. Mutual fund में, what is the ideal time you should stay for, like for best returns? And I know there is no set format for this, but on an average, how much time should you wait in a mutual fund to get the best returns?
So I'll divide the mutual fund universe into three.
Okay.
1, equity, 2, hybrid, and 3, debt.
Okay. Hybrid is
a mix. It's a mix of equity and debt. Like I told you, that conservative hybrid fund.
Okay.
Equity funds, you have to give at least 5 to 7 years.
5 to 7 years.
उसमें एक fine print भी है, boss. You may need to extend your time horizon of investing. So let's call it 5 to 7 years plus minus 1. Because there's no guarantee that after 7 years we will not be in the throes of a COVID again.
Of course.
Can you give it on paper? I cannot. So the right mindset is 5 to 7 years, but be flexible about it. जैसे हम airline ticket booking करते हैं ना, make my trip में, so it says 27th, but plus minus 2-3 days left or right. That's the right way of thinking about mutual funds.
Of course, it's an industry which is dependent on the world and the global factors.
100%.
There is uncertainty 100%. Everywhere, so that's of course understandable.
Hybrid funds would be 3 to 5 years kind of horizon.
Okay.
While debt funds are suitable from anything from 15 days to 3 years, depending on the type of debt fund.
Oh,
so
why there
are many types of debt funds.
And why there is so much stark difference in the time value?
Because see, there are basically, if you talk about debt funds, there's something called the duration of the debt fund, which means on average, how soon are those paper कहते हैं, but those bonds, fancy language when we call it paper, how long are those bonds going to mature in?
For the viewers, bond is like a certificate which the company gives you when you have invested in their debt. So it's like a certificate which the governments or the companies issue to you. It's called a bond. So वो certify करता है कि आपने debt में इनके invest किया है और इसलिए आपको bond मिलता है. So that is what bond is. है ना अनुरुद्ध?
Absolutely right.
Okay. Yeah.
So there are two things which differentiate. आपने कहा those 15 days to 3 years. How do you decide? Two things determine that. One, how soon are those bonds going to mature on average? For example, there's something called an overnight fund.
Achha.
In an overnight fund, the maturity of those papers or bonds is 1 day.
That looks like a fly-by-night companies का concept होता था ना?
नहीं sir, उसका उल्टा. So we're talking about government lending and all. Overnight lending to the RBI on the repo rate, reverse repo rate. So these kind of things. So we're talking about very short-term lending. Then you have some bonds that are going to mature in 15 days, some which are going to mature in 30 days. ऐसे करके there is a universe of bonds that are going to mature over the next 1 day all the way up to the next 10 years also. Correct?
Right.
So the fund manager basis the type of debt fund decides to pick and choose from these bonds basis how soon they're going to mature. Okay, that's point number 1. So that decides it. So a liquid fund, which is suitable for a 15-day investment, will only invest in those bonds which are maturing over the next month.
Okay.
इसमें risk भी कम हो जाता है ना यार. 30 दिन में कितना risk होगा default का? Everything is visible. तो 10 साल बाद कोई कंपनी रहेगा नहीं रहेगा, वो अपने debt repay कर पाएगा नहीं. देखो, look what happened to DHFL, my friend. Everybody thought it's a brilliant company. It was a AAA rated bond, right? Now, if someone invested in a long-term paper of DHFL, right? That guy would understand what hit him because, all of a sudden his company, which he thought was very creditworthy, it became a defaulting company overnight. So
I'll tell you what hit them. Diwan ki diwar. That's what hit DHFL. And what Anirudh is trying to say is that after maybe 10 years, 15 years. Nobody knows where the world is. Like, I did not expect that after 5 years, 5 years ago, I did not expect that I will be having this horrible conversation with Anuj. Okay.
Exactly.
Exactly. So the point is, for example, the Cambodian government comes to me and says कि मैं 15 साल में कैम्बोडिया को एकदम बढ़िया बना दूंगा, आप मेरे बॉन्ड मार्केट में इन्वेस्ट करो.
बिल्कुल सही बोला आपने,
है ना. अब 15 साल बाद पता नहीं कैम्बोडिया में कूप आ जाए, या फिर वहां पे कोई प्रॉब्लम आ जाए, या फिर यूएस की लड़ाई हो जाए कैम्बोडिया से, तो यू नेवर नो व्हाट, है ना. दैट्स व्हाट.
बिल्कुल सही बोला आपने. सो द विजिबिलिटी इज मच clearer to me for a 15-day maturity bond than it is for a 10-year. Right. Second thing is the credit worthiness of the company. Like I told you, we talked about this earlier. There is a company which is AA rated, another company which is AAA rated. The AA company is giving me a 10% kind of an annual interest to lure me. कि आओ मेरे पास, मैं आपको 10% दूंगा. AAA company doesn't bother about all these things. They'll say, नहीं boss, मैं तो 7% दूंगा, मैं तो 7% पे पैसा उठाऊंगा because I'm so credit worthy. So the fund manager doesn't invest all his money in AAA because he also has to maximize returns. उसको भी increment चाहिए ना. तो दिखाना है मैं बाकी fund managers से अच्छा हूँ. So he's going to invest a little bit in AAA, little bit in AA. So that is also a risk. You have to understand that. For example, any company that is not AAA rated has a chance of defaulting. Now in the lure of getting that 10-11%, I've invested in that paper, but the company doesn't pay back. Now what?
I'm stuck.
Right, you're stuck, or rather the investor is stuck. Okay, so this is what happens. It happened with Vodafone Idea 3-4 months back. Then they paid back all their money in July, so all that money came back. Maybe at a different date we'll talk about debt funds in more detail. There's something called side pocketing, very complex terms here.
Complex terms hai, or plus Anuj, the problem is, and I'm talking from a consumer perspective, like if you see ILFS, now ILFS was also AAA rated company. Like ILFS पे सबने पैसा लगाया था, and right. The worst part is that in today's times even credit rating agencies are not credible, you know, because
it's the issuer pays model, my friend. It's the issuer pays model.
Yes,
if I am paying you to rate my bond,
exactly,
the maths.
How the hell will you rate me down? How on earth will you rate me down? So the point is that in this scenario, what kind of a measurement should a retail investor or a young investor should keep things in mind? Because right now, after ILFS, I remember mutual fund में जो confidence था वो एकदम plummet कर गया.
बिल्कुल सही.
I mean, even today, mutual fund industry hasn't got back since ILFS. So, what should a sensible investor of my age, which means 28, should
8 plus 10.
Whatever makes you happy, man. Okay. What should that kind of an investor think? उसका long term सोच क्या होनी चाहिए? How should he plan?
यार एक तो see, I always tell people, if you're young, like if you're in your 30s or early 40s and you've got 10-15 years to go, don't go for debt funds. Debt funds are great, but you know, in times like COVID, when we don't know how balance sheets are going to shape up in 3-4 months, like you said, we don't know if a AAA is going to remain a AA, or the only AAA that will remain is a battery. है ना, ऐसा भी हो सकता है. So I would say avoid debt funds right now. Okay, so stick to equity. Equities give you long-term wealth creation, in the long run. You know? So basis your age, why invest in debt at all? Invest your debt fund money only that money which you need over the next year and a half. वो भी look at the portfolio. I always tell people, you don't need to be a rocket scientist. Go to the fund's website, look at the portfolio, see the names. You know, if you've got Panduranga Company Construction Limited, 5%, which you've never heard of, rated A-, yeah, those are alarm bells. You've got, you know, the top companies. You've got Tata Group, you've got, you know, Hindalco, you've got these big businesses. It gives you comfort. Yeah. So read the portfolio. For a debt fund, do a systematic investment plan. उसमें every single month, without fail, a little bit of money goes into an equity mutual fund. Okay, चाहे ऊपर जाए चाहे नीचे जाए, you're getting your money in at that level. So it makes a lot of sense for someone who's got 10-15 years to invest through a systematic investment plan. The mutual fund is a medicine, my friend. Understand? The problem is people have started selling mutual funds. So the litmus test is very simple. If somebody comes to sell you a mutual fund, ask them, what is your approach? Are you just going to come and tell me these 5 funds and then you're going to run away? Or are you going to create a financial plan for me and then map it backwards and then use mutual funds to help me achieve my goals?
और अनिरुद्ध ने बड़े प्यार से अपना ब्रांड इंटीग्रेशन किया है। अनिरुद्ध यहाँ पे, अनिरुद्ध इज अ वेरी गुड फाइनेंशियल प्लानर। आपको अनिरुद्ध के पास जाना चाहिए।
I never said that. I never said that.
Of course you didn't. Of course you didn't, Anuruddh. Anuruddh is a very good financial planner, just like Subhash Chandra Bose. Boses are credible. Mr. Bose की किताब, Mr. Bose एक किताब लिखने वाले हैं, उसको आप खरीदिए और जाके पढ़िए। Best financial planning in the market. Bose साहब बताएंगे आपको कैसे। Thank you so much. This was really insightful, if I may say, and we'll see you next week with another episode on how to be a badass financial planner. Bye bye.
Cheers. Bye.
Cheers.